Yes, yes.
Yo.
How are we all doing? It's extremely hot today in the UK for the people out in the UK. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people be having a nice day in that. Maybe a few beers and stuff, nice in the sun. However, in this shed right now, it is incredibly warm. So, you know what I mean?
Manifest it, bro. You got to manifest the cool.
Manifest the cool in it. So we're hydrating. Make sure everyone stays hydrated, and that is very important. Very important.
Some health advice.
Health advice, bro. Yesterday was NASA jokes. Today was health advice. I don't know what's going on with me, bro. I don't know what's happening.
What's going on? Lots of stuff to talk about. Loads of news dropping today. You got the left back news, which we're going to save for tomorrow. We are going to focus on Bernardo Silva today. We're going to talk about the potential replacement options. However, I guess that a lot of this chat will probably be dominated by today's news release and article and interview that Bernardo Silva has done that got released today. He has commented on the speculation about him leaving Manchester City, so we'll go through his quotes. He has spoke about other stuff as well, so loads of stuff to talk about. Make sure you drop a like on the stream if you've not done so already. Currently on 211 likes, 600 people in the stream. Let's get those likes up to 300, guys, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new. Trying to make our way now to 70,000 subscribers, guys, so any help towards that would be massively appreciated. And before we get started, go check out the One Football app. They sponsored today's stream. You can go download their app completely for free using the link in the description, pin, comment and QR code on screen. So get involved, free app, get all the City news, transfer news, in-game stats and much more completely for free on the app. And before we get into it, Steve Fryer has already sent a member chatting, clearly not happy with this, and I think his message sort of backs that up. He says, "I'm so sick of Bernardo's crying. Just rip off the plaster and let him go now. We lost David Silva and survived. Trust in Pep. He has the answer, LFG."
He has the answer, but can we sign the answer?
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of people are saying that, Steve, so I think we should probably get into the whole Bernardo Silva situation. We need to obviously start with the interview that Bernardo Silva has done with ESPN and Rob Dawson, and then we'll get into the possible replacements a little bit later on in the stream. But there's only one place to start. It is this interview, and I think we should just skip straight to the bit about where he was asked about his future at Manchester City. And this is what he said. So he was asked, this is a question that he was asked. There's been a lot of speculation about you this summer and last summer. How do you view your future? Straight, hard-hitting question. And this is what Bernardo had to say. He said, "I've always said that I'm happy here, but I have no idea what's going to happen. We'll see, honestly. My relationship with the club is very honest. I've been very open with them and they know what I want. If I stay, I'm very happy and I will always respect this club and give all my best. If not, it's football and we'll just see what happens." Guys, you're going to have to let us know. What do you make of that? What do you think he's saying there? What's he trying to make us understand? You know what I mean? What do you make of that, bro?
He's trying to say he wants to go, but without saying he wants to go, basically. He's beating around the bush, innit? Rather than just coming out and saying, yeah, I want to leave. Because he doesn't want to do that, because I feel like that sounds a bit arrogant. But what he's saying is that he has a very good relationship with the football club. He's fine with that. He understands the situation. However, they know his position as well. So he understands his position. Do you know what I mean? He has a contract with the football club, and he has a price tag on his head. He understands that. However, they also understand his position, and he said, do you know what I mean, a healthy relationship kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So he's basically saying that he does want to leave, but he's not going to be a dick about leaving. Yeah,
and this tells me as well that maybe what he's asked for is very specific. And when I say what he's asked for, the club that he wants to go to, because this doesn't scream out to me as a comment where he's desperate to leave and he'll go to any club. We did mention when we did the timeline that PSG were interested. I think he's basically saying that I want to go to Barcelona here. Because otherwise he wouldn't be saying stuff like, oh, you know, if it doesn't happen, I'll stay and I'm happy. I think he'd be making more of a point to go.
Because I still think he would say, like, you know what I mean, the whole, if it doesn't happen, I'm happy to stay, because then if a move anywhere didn't happen, do you know what I mean? If no club ended up signing him, then he'd still want to stay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because basically what he's doing is it's a balancing act for Bernardo now. He's trying to keep both sides happy, because he doesn't want the fans turning him and like go sick. Do you know what I mean? But also he does want to leave. So he's kind of not saying, "Oh, I want to leave, get me out of this club," but he's also saying, you know what I mean, that I am happy to stay kind of situation. He's basically, Bernardo, it'd be easy for the Bernardo, bro. It'd be easier for everyone if Bernardo just came out and said it. But the club don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Bernardo, bro, just came out and was like, look, I really want to leave the football club. It'd be so much easier. He'd get much less hassle if he said that. Because everyone would know.
Yeah, I understand. He was then asked, moving on from that, but staying on with the same subject. The interviewer said, Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus were both granted moves this summer to Chelsea and Arsenal respectively. Would you expect the same response from the club if and when you decide it's time to leave? And this is what he said. He said, it's a big club and they don't want players who are not happy at the club. They always say to all of us that if you're not happy, you can go. Of course, they are in a business and they want the right amount of money for letting us go. But personally, it's a relationship with the club that is very respectful. They have always been honest with me and I've always been honest with them. As I said, I will always respect my relationship with Man City, the fans, with the staff, my teammates. So whatever happens, and for sure it will happen in a very respectful way.
Thing is, for me, that bit there, that's the big confirmo for me there. Because why is he bringing up about people leaving? Why is he bringing up, if they can go, they can go? Do you know what I mean? Situation. He's tying it basically to what he's saying. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's very clear the whole interview is based around the fact that he's leaving. Doesn't want to say he's leaving, but he doesn't know if he can. Yeah,
because he doesn't know if Barcelona are going to come in with
cash. And this ties back to that article that we seen when we went through the timeline of, or not article, that journalist, I can't remember who it was, who came out saying that Bernardo's getting frustrated because he's waiting for Barcelona.
But hear me out, bro. So this is what I'm saying about maybe he just wants Barca, and the reason I think that he wants Barca is because surely if he really wanted to leave and go and he was happy to go to anywhere, I don't see, like, PSG. Surely PSG would bid for him. Surely a Juve or a Bayern would bid for him. Surely a Real Madrid. This is one of the best players in world football, and no one's bidding for him. The only club interested in him is Barcelona. And with him saying, if it don't happen, I'm happy. I'm still chill. The vibe I get off it is that he only wants Barcelona.
It could be that, and to be fair, the fact that no other teams are in for him could be a case of, look, if he's going to leave this club, he's only going to leave to Barcelona. City might be like basically refusing anything from any other club, saying like, yo, he doesn't want this.
And when he was growing up, he was always photoed with Barcelona tops on as well, which, you know, maybe he just has a desire to play for Barcelona. Because I just think, bro, if he really was desperate to leave, he'd be saying to his agent, get onto PSG, get onto Bayern, get onto Real Madrid. Get onto all these clubs who defo can afford me and would snap me up like that because I'm one of the world's best players. And that's not happening. The only club interested is Barca, and he's basically saying, if it don't happen, it don't happen, I'll stay, I'm happy. So it just tells me that actually, maybe he's not unhappy, maybe he just wants to play for Barcelona. And because, you know, I just feel like the way he's speaking, and the way how respectful he's being to the fans and the club and everything, it just doesn't strike me as a guy who is desperate to leave. And therefore, if he's not desperate to leave, I think he's only got one vision, and that's Barca. Otherwise, he'd be like I say, he'd be asking all these clubs to sign him.
I think he wants. Like I say, I do think he does want to go to Barcelona. I do think he wants that. However, I do think he is unhappy. He doesn't strike me as someone. He's going to say he's happy and stuff like this, but he doesn't strike me as the guy right now who I think is. Oh yeah, he's happy here in Manchester. As much as what he's saying, I do think he just wants to leave. I think he just wants to leave, and I think when he heard that Barca were interested, I think he had his sights set on it. They've probably done personal. There's a room that personal terms have already been agreed with Bernardo Silva, so he's got the dream already in his head. Do you know what I mean? And he's probably painting this dream to his family. Do you know what I mean? And saying, look, I'll only be in Spain. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I reckon he's got this dream, and that's what he wants to pursue, and that is going to Barcelona. However, he knows the situation that Barcelona are in, and that's why. If Barca were in this mess, he'd be gone. He'd be gone already. Do you know what I mean? But he knows basically, he don't know if he can play for Barcelona. I mean, today they might even have to get rid of some of the players they've only just signed.
Yeah.
So he don't know if he can go to Barcelona. So that's why he's doing the juggling acts.
It's a very, very, very bizarre situation. What's happening at that?
But he basically has to say he's happy here to keep it professional, keep everyone happy with him being here. But then also he does want to go to Barcelona because, bro, if that falls through, then he's only staying here. Do you know what I mean? So,
and that's why I don't think he's mega unhappy.
Why,
because if you're mega unhappy, You're telling your agent that, I don't care what Barcelona are doing. I need to get out of this football club. Get me out of the football club. And he's not doing that. The only club that he's interested in going to is Barca. Hence, I know he's unhappy. However, clearly, he's not that bad. Otherwise he'd be gone to a PSG or Bayern. You try to tell me that PSG or Bayern wouldn't snap your hands off to have Bernardo Silva? No chance. They'd be all over that deal. But they're not. Why? Because in my opinion, he said, I only want to go to Barcelona.
But I'll go through the super chats, bro. I think you're parked in front of next door's drive.
Oh, right, I'll move it.
So they need to get out of the car now.
Oh, right, okay.
They just said to my mum then, they need to get out. What a driver.
I haven't parked in front of the drive, by the way.
Have you not?
No, they're probably just moaning.
Yeah, to be fair, it sounds about right. Yes. So I'll go for the super chats while Lewis is going moving his thingy. KDB is great all the time. He's not a snake. Some people will call him a snake though, but at least he's been professional. He's a professional snake if he's a snake. You know what I mean? Guy's got a suit on and that. Do you know what I mean? JP and LB in mum's basement. Mate, if this was a basement, it'd be even more hot. It'd be even more hot now. Toby okay with tires at a 14 says F Bernardo, but please don't go Bernardo. Boo Murrow. Mate, I seen Murrow in the chat before saying he's there now saying illegal LB. I seen Murrow in the chat before saying this can't still be going on. Sorry mate, LB did you dirty then. It's kind of like a thing. People will remember this forever. But yeah, I'm in that same situation of fuck Bernardo, get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? I'm done with this. But I'm also, same time, please don't go Bernardo. I really want you to stay. I really like you at the football club. Professional idiot with the member for 4 months. I want my shares. Are you trying to say you want shares in our club in the Xtra Club or shares at City Extra? Is that what you're after? Mate, you have to dig further to get our shares. I don't think I have shares in this. Do you know what I mean? I don't think shares exist over here at City Extra. I don't think we're on the stock exchange or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Our brains don't work like that. Darcy the 5 says, I'm just glad that there's some reassurance when it comes to the price. Seems like City aren't listening to any offers less than £80 million, €94 million. Facts. Do you remember when we went through that stream and it was like £50 million, 50 million euro, 35 million pound, all that bullshit, and was all like, we cannot lose him for less than 80 mil. And yeah, basically it's kind of confirmed. I think it was Jack Garner who came out and just said, look, City aren't going to listen to any offer that is less than 80 million pound. They want big cash. How long Barcelona are going to take to pay that big cash is a different matter. Brandon Jefferson with a 4.99. I don't get his obsession with Barca. They didn't make him a priority. Koundé and Rafinha money could have got it done quickly. I guess so, but maybe they don't think. Maybe they're just arrogant and thought they could do every position, or maybe they see Barca and maybe they see Bernardo as a luxury signing, not like, do you know what I mean, a necessity that they have to go into that season with. It is a bit of a weird one. They probably could have signed Bernardo Silva had they not going to sign Koundé and Rafinha, but obviously, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. I think he just wants to go play at Barcelona. I think he just wants to be over there, be close to his family, be obviously hot weather and that. It is what it is. KDB again with a 4.49. Yes, KDB. Remember Spurs fans called Harry Kane a snake last season? Did they? Did they start calling Harry Kane a snake? I don't remember that, you know. When he wanted to leave. I don't remember him calling him a snake. I thought they were all Spurs fans were happy for him leaving to another football club. I don't remember him calling him a snake. Flicks, yes, they did. Nah, I don't remember it. That's funny. That was funny. That. To be fair, I don't know how they can say that when he spent all his career at Spurs, and if he was going to leave, he was just going to go leave to win things. Not his fault that Spurs weren't at that time winning things or doing things. Like right now, Spurs look like they're in a good position though. So maybe him staying, obviously, he's helped the rebuild. He seems to be liking his time with Conte. They said, are you watching Harry Kane when we were losing to them last season? Were they? No way. That's mad. That's mad. That was fast.
Weird people, man.
Benno says he wants the Spanish lifestyle. Facts. And that is facts. I think he just wants to go over there, you know what I mean? He just wants... He's set his sights. He's got the dream. He has the dream already set. Laporta's painted the dream for him, and he's gone, you know what? I really want that. I really want that. You know what I think? Last season, he would have gone anywhere because how badly he wanted out. I think it got better last season, though, and he was all right. But I think this season, he's already got his mind set on where he wants to go. I think the Barcelona thing, that's where he wants to go. So he's happy to stay if he can't go there because his mind is made up.
Yeah, and this is what he said, actually. He mentioned that a little bit about, like last season, because they said, he was asked, lots of foreign players said how difficult they found it last year being in England due to coronavirus pandemic and everyone. Obviously, everyone was locked up at the time. And he said, do you feel happier now in Manchester that restrictions have been lifted? And he goes on to say, yeah, much better, honestly. It was tough because us foreign players, when we used to have a day off, I used to go to Portugal or travel, visit friends or family, but for 1.5 years, nearly 2 years, couldn't do that. So it was tough for me and my girlfriend, but now it's back to normal and much better. So yeah, that can't be easy, you know what I mean? To be fucking fair, it wasn't easy for anyone, let's be honest, but you can only imagine that if you living in a different country, you know what I mean, you don't have that many mates or whatever, you know what I mean? It's not like I don't even know, bro. I mean, is it much different? Because I was locked up, you was locked up.
You couldn't see your mates. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I can't say
because bro, at the end of the day, like, do you know what I mean? Don't mind if your mates live around the corner, you can go and see your mates, innit? We weren't allowed to here,
so I don't know. I'm not in that situation, so I can't really comment. But yeah. Apparently, a lot of people who, are from different countries who play football here found it really tough because they couldn't go out. But then how could we? So I'm not sure.
It is a weird one.
And
John Lara said, and add to the fact that he's making 20 million a year.
I guess to be fair, we could just watch. We could just put TV on, watch whatever we want in it. But I don't know if he could probably get some of the. If he puts Only Fools and Horses on, bro, he ain't getting that in it. Is that what I thought?
Yeah, he's watching that going, I don't understand any of this. That is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Cool guy with a 5. Yes, cool guy. I wish I was cool right now, but right now I'm a hot guy. And not hot in a looking sense, a hot in I'm sweating my back off sense. We knew that he wanted to leave last season, but he stayed and gave his best. We should respect his wishes and let him go. City fans need to stop fretting. I agree with that, 100%. If he wants to go, let him go.
I ain't even fretting, bro. Yeah,
I'm not freaking out, but there are City fans that are freaking out. Do you know what I mean? Oh, the season's gone.
So long as we get a replacement, I'm not asked. You know what I mean? I used to be like that when we had our first batch of players, like the Companies and the Joe Harts and the Silvers. I remember when Vinny Company was getting to the end of his career at City, I was thinking, once Vincent Kompany leaves this football club, we'll never win anything ever again. Because how will we ever replace Vincent Kompany? And then he left, and then we didn't replace him, and then did really rubbish. But then we did replace him and did really well. And the same with David Silva, the same with Aguero, and it'll be the same with Bernardo Silva. I mean, if you've not learned over the last 5 years that legends and brilliant players can leave your football club and you'll still be okay, then I don't know. You need to chill out.
Things happen. The club moves on, and do you know what I mean? There's no real reason to freak out all the time. Do you know what I mean? Lizzie says there, I was freaking out, but then I saw us play on Sunday without him, and I'm more calm about him leaving. I think a lot of people will be in that boat as well. After seeing how well we played on Sunday, bro, I wasn't even involved.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I know he came off the bench at one point. Mural says, why is it Jordi Porty and not JR? This guy. And technically my family, innit? Because sometimes they call me Jordi Porty. Then LB decided he's going to call me Jordi Porty. They said it as a joke. Then LB was like, oh, Jordi Porty on a stream once. Just once, right? This is all it takes in these chats. Say something once and it'll be with you forever. And since then, I've ever been known as Jordi Porty. I don't know how you got the name LB. Just kind of, we all call you LB, don't we? So it just fixed on that. CB, we remember for 3 months, says Bernardo's bird can fuck off. Yeah, that's because she apparently there's a rumor that she's one of the dons, isn't it? Like she's one of the reasons that he wants to leave. 13-year-old kid with tattoos says, when is the Premier League table prediction, lads?
Soon come, bro.
Soon come. We keep forgetting. So soon come. We'll do a video on the Prem preview. Fahad with the 729 says, what about what Bernardo Silva won? I guess he's saying like, do you know what I mean? What about what? It's not what we want; it's what he wants. Is that what he means?
I think that's probably what he means.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. He wants to. He wants to.
He can have what he wants.
He can have what he wants.
As long as we get what we want.
As long as we get the cash. Yeah. Give us the moolah.
Give us the cash, and you can have what you want. It's quite simple. It's quite a simple game. KDB says Liverpool fans that the season is finished already. Yeah, I've seen a few of them melting already. I'm not entirely sure why. When they've got Nunes who's slammed it.
Liverpool fans saying the season's over already because they lost.
There are a few.
They dropped points.
Few, not many to be fair, but there are a few. I mean, I question whether they're actually real Liverpool fans if you're doubting whether you're going to win the league already.
Not even that, just Premier League fans. You can't give up now. Look at what changed in the Prem.
People was giving up, bro, before we even kicked a ball. As soon as we signed Alvarez and Haaland, it was like, might as well give up. Premier League's dead. It's like, Bray, what are you on about, mate?
Oh, because Thiago's injured for 6 weeks.
Well, they should have bought a new midfielder, just like I said in pre-season. But then that Liverpool fan said, oh no, we don't need to buy a new midfielder. Well, now you've got James Milner and Henderson. Brandon with a 5 says also, what do you guys thinking of the formation change at West Ham? I don't think he plays the Gundogan position as well. I think he's best alongside Rodri. Brandon, I don't know if you're on Twitter, bro, but if you're on Twitter, go on to City Extra Pod, and yesterday I did a tweet and told people to watch this tactical video. It's a sick video, and it breaks down that formation and that tactic and how well it worked when he played it at Bayern Munich. It's excellent. I really, really rated it. I was actually buzzing watching it. I was like, oh my God, this is sick.
Do you know how I know about that formation is because I once read a book, bro. I actually read a book. And it's a book.
That's got to be an audio book, bro.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't an audio book. Actual book on Pep Guardiola. I think Joe Pierre told me to watch our cap. Yeah, actual book on Pep Guardiola about his time at Bayern and stuff. And when he moved to City.
That's pretty mad. That is
also, I have listened to podcasts on Pep, and yeah, because he loves that formation, innit? He loves that whole inverted wingers, CDM drops deep, looks sick. Do you know what I mean? It's mint. And that video is sick as well.
Yeah. But on the Gundogan bit, I think Gundogan played it all right.
Gundogan does play that well. He did play that very well.
I thought he played it really well. Darcy said Gundo is more than capable of filling that spot. We should just relax on the situation, but we would still need to sign another midfielder, in my opinion. Completely agree. And Mo with the 2 says LB put on weight from 2020, Bray. Loving the stream. Now, bro, I bulked, innit? You know what I mean?
He's gone through bulking season.
Look at that, Bray. That's all pure muscle, Bray. It's all protein.
You want to fight him? You want to fight? I say Mo and LB on a boxing match. Check it. Your stamina might last longer though.
Yeah, right. We need to move on because we're out of time. We're going to move on to replacements. So, who do you think City should replace Bernardo Silva with? Do you think it should be a winger or do you think it should be an attacking midfielder? Want to know why you think that, and I also want to know some suggestions as well. So, while you're thinking about that, I want to just remind people who've not already seen it in the community tab that we're going to be watching Real Madrid versus Frankfurt in half an hour's time with our Xtra Club members. It is an Xtra Club stream, not a chat only. If you want to get involved, you want to join us for that watch along, it's UEFA Super Cup. It's going to be pretty sick. All you have to do is become an Xtra Club member. The link is in the description. Sometimes there's a join button below me as well. Get involved, help support the channel. We're currently on 326 and our goal is 400. So yeah, if you want to join us for that in half an hour's time, watching the Real Madrid game, UEFA Super Cup, get involved. Link in the description.
I'm going to do a poll, bro. Right? So I want you to pick like, some names out of chat. Bearing in mind, I think you can only have 5 things on this poll thing. Pick some names out of chat, bro, and I'll put them on this poll thing. I think the realistic names. We'll go for realistic ones, innit? To replace Bernardo.
Okay. What's that we're doing midfielders?
Should we start with midfielders? Yeah. So, Paqueta.
Paqueta's got to be one.
Paqueta's got to be one.
There's no point in putting Bellingham there because you're not going to get him.
No, Verratti has to be one.
Verratti, yeah, because we've been linked with him as well, so it's daft not to include him. Could we include...
Is an option sign no one? Or should we just stick it to the actual names? Because, you know what I mean? We should be signing someone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yes, Darcy, gifted with the 5.
Oh, yes, Darcy, gifting 5 people membership so they can come watch the game, Bray.
That is true. We've got Chris Paulson. Yes, you've just been gifted a membership by Darcy. So has Cameron Vincent. So has, who else? Blue Moon. Yes. And who else?
Kays and Memester.
Yes. Hopefully you can join us for the game at 8 o'clock. Make that use. Yes, Darcy.
Look at Kays. I got gifted a membership. So Chris Paul's in there. Yes, Darcy doing bits. Appreciate that, mate. Also, that takes it up to 3-3-1.
Yes, nice. It's all due to Darcy. Yes, Mo. Cheers, bro. Nkunku.
That's next season, though, isn't it? Do we wait? Barella from Inter Milan.
Well,
a lot of people
say season, but you could still probably sign him.
I guess he's not a replacement right now, though, isn't it?
Well, why? It could be if you wanted it to be.
Nkunku?
Yeah. You could sign him, but it just costs absolute cash.
It costs 150 mil.
Laddie's just sent a 5 in, but there's no chat. So if you want to put a chat in the stream, we'll read it out.
For people that saying Sane and wingers and stuff, by the way, we will do Neymar on the other one. We're going to talk about that. Basically, whether we get a midfielder or someone who can play wing. I know Neymar can play on that one. We just need to diverse it.
Tonali links, bro.
Tonali from AC Milan.
Yeah.
He was sick on FIFA for him. He's dead for another FIFA one, bro.
Yeah.
Should we just throw him in? I'm going to throw him in. Right, we got 4. Paqueta, Verratti, Barella, Tonali.
Go on then.
Right.
Send the poll.
Community.
Send the poll.
Bernardo, midfielder replacement.
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have done Nunes. Because that is an actual legit option.
Matheus Nunes.
Rohan. Well, you're too late, bro, Rohan. We needed that 2 minutes ago before he clicked the button.
I think a few people put him in.
Owar's a potential option.
Right, but you got your list now.
Yeah.
You got your list.
Yeah.
And do with it.
It's not real, you know what I mean?
It's not real, yeah.
It's just for jokes.
Scott McTominay.
Kipax Calvin, member for 2 months. Congrats on 60k, lads. Yes,
Kipax Calvin. Appreciate that, mate.
And Brandon Jefferson just become an Xtra Club member as well. Thanks a lot, Brandon. Appreciate the support. Hopefully you can join us at 8 o'clock, mate. We're going to be watching the Super Cup, so if you want to join us, the stream will automatically redirect you. And Laddie, thanks again for the 5. If you want to put a member, oh, there it is, Laddie. Foden in the middle would be my move if Bernardo leaves, then get a winger. Interesting, Laddie, because that's basically what we want to talk about.
That's the next basic question, isn't it? That's the next.
What do we do? Do we get a winger and put Foden or Grealish? You know, people can then decide in the middle and get a winger, or do we just leave the wings and buy a midfielder? So we got a current poll in the chat at the moment. Yes, Anne. Appreciate you joining as well, man.
Anne, rejoin him. Now he made it 3-3-3, bruh.
That is nice.
3-3. That's nice, that.
Yes. Appreciate the support, man. And Anne, hopefully, again, you can join us for the game in 20-odd minutes or whatever. But, it's close, you know. The poll is close. There's only 280 votes at the moment, and there's over 1,000 people in the stream. So I'll give it a couple more minutes just to see if we can get a little bit of a change. So if you've not already voted, guys, go to the chat section of the stream and cast your vote there, because...
it should be like pinned to the top underneath the sponsor.
It's pretty close at the moment. Before we go through the poll, bro, what are you thinking?
Well, where's my vote all amongst these?
Yeah.
This by the way, this is bearing in mind. Obviously, like the poll says, this is midfield replacement, and then obviously we'll do winger replacement.
Yeah.
To if we're gonna move someone in like Grealish. My vote is probably with Paqueta, basically on the rumours, the kind of what the short highlights I've seen, because I want to get gassed about this guy, because it seems to be that's kind of the way that City are going. It seems to be available for quite a reasonable price as well. Verratti, I think, would have only happened if Frenkie de Jong goes to PSG, then it frees up Verratti's role. I also have injury concerns with Verratti, but he's very experienced. He has played Champions League football before, so I can back why people would go with Verratti. Barella, I think, I've never seen the guy play in my life, but I've seen loads of people say he's basically Bernardo 2.0. Do you remember when I said you can't find another Bernardo? Yeah. People say, nah, he's the other Bernardo.
Yeah.
And Tonali, bro, was just... You're not going to get him out of AC Milan, but also for me, he just stinks of FIFA. I know what it is. I just ages ago, bro, you used to sign him on FIFA because he was one of wonder kids that just got sick. Do you know when they don't even have a face?
Yeah.
It was that kind of situation. But, you know what I mean? So my vote is with Paqueta. What are you thinking on this, bro?
Right, well, Tonali's contracted until 2026. He played pretty much every single game for AC Milan last season. He's highly,
so he's dusted then, isn't he?
Yeah, he's highly rated, only 22 years old, and I don't think you're going to get him out of that football club for anything under 55, 60 mil, and to be honest, that's generous. I think you have to pay a lot more. Moving on to Barella, a bit like yourself, I ain't really seen too much of him. I've only seen comps on him. Verratti, I do like Verratti. I've always liked Verratti. I've always rated Verratti. I think he's a top-class player. However, I just don't think we need him in our system. I think we need someone a little bit different than him in our system. I think we dominate the ball and require a little bit too much going forward for Verratti. And I also share your issue about his injuries slightly. Paqueta, I've watched now about half an hour's worth of comps, which I accept isn't thorough due diligence. Yeah. However, it is what it is, and we've got to make do in it because I don't watch Lyon. You know what I'm saying? I like him what I'm seeing. I think And chat, if you watch Paqueta on the reg, am I right in saying that he's quite different to Bernardo Silva based on what I've seen? Very different. He seems like he'll get a lot more goals and assists per 90 minutes than Bernardo Silva would. A little bit more direct looking for goals than maybe Bernardo Silva is. He looks to me completely different to Bernardo Silva
people agree, bro. People say very
based on the comps. And I actually think that's the route that City should go down. If people are saying Barella's a 2.0 of Bernardo, you're getting a worse player, and people will just look at Barella and go, oh, he's not as good as Bernardo, and Bernardo did this. If you get someone that's completely different, which I believe Paqueta is, and people seem to be agreeing, people will still compare, which ain't right, because that's not fair, and he's a completely different type of player. But people will compare him less because he plays a completely different style, and I believe that Paqueta is probably the one on the list that I think City will be looking at. I do like Verratti. I just don't think in our system, I don't know if he would. I don't think we get the best out of him in our system. So yeah, for me, Paqueta, and the chat agree, 54% of the chat saying going for Paqueta. The difference between Verratti and Barella is exactly the same. He's basically saying the same thing. Tonali is way down on the list with only 4% of the votes. So yeah, Paqueta looks like the one.
There is another one that you could throw in there, which I overlooked. I think a lot of us overlooked at the start, and I didn't see many messages about it. But I've seen quite a few people now, like OG Thunder that I'm there. Frankie De Jong in a swap deal. He was really desperate to join City at the beginning of this transfer window, but City didn't really look into it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You could swap.
Why don't you do another poll then? Paqueta versus Frankie De Jong. Because Frankie De Jong to me is out of that football club, man. As bad as it is, he shouldn't be out of the football club if he doesn't want to leave. But they are forcing him out of that club. And I tell you what, if he manages to stay, then fair dues to the guy. But the way they're treating him, he's bang out of order. And I think he'll just cave and leave.
He walks on the pitch, they boo him. On his way into training today, they were like going sick at him, telling him to accept the pay cut. Paqueta and.
Professional idiot, we have got it, bro. Just checking if my super chat donation works. By the way, Dixon in the hole. Oh.
Yes, you got him! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, we've got him! Yes, professional idiot!
You know why? You know why I didn't think that was a legit thing, bro? It's because Professional Idiot must have done. I don't know how many super chats Professional Idiot has done on this stream.
Bro, he's done better.
He's
never ever once tried to bait you.
So I was like, nah, this guy doesn't bait. Idiot. That's funny, man. That is funny.
Someone clip it. Right, we need it. I need it in my veins, innit?
Benno, yes. Thinking out the box. Lucas Moura wants out of Spurs. I do like Lucas Moura, but I wouldn't have him at City. But I do think he's a good player.
I think he's a great player, but I don't think City look into it. Right. Okay. So we have the Paqueta and Frankie De Jong swap deal. Paul, 189 votes, and at the moment is very, 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 very close. Very close. Eventually say, got you. Gotcha, bitch. Welcome to Manchester poster for Frankie De Jong. Oh yeah, because United wanted him bad. Yeah, that's another thing that you got to consider in this is Frankie De Jong's wages. Man's on like 500 grand a week at Barca. Ain't get, I think it's 700 grand. Is in euros? Does that work out?
I think obviously if you're voting for Frankie De Jong, we're voting for him to come in on normal wages. You know what I mean? You can't have the same wages that he's on at Barca, of course.
Eric there says it would have to be De Jong plus cash, but I think he'd be great in our side. It's still very close, but it's still this. I think people are 50-50 on this. You know,
keep your votes, guys. It's now 50-50.
Bro, it is actually 50-50.
Keep your votes, guys. To keep them coming in. Some more super chats as you keep voting there. Yeah, I mean the thing is, I think Chelsea will. I think United. I don't think United have got him. I think that if Chelsea are interested, then he's going to go Chelsea.
But if we're interested, he'll come to us.
The thing is, didn't he slag off Manchester or something? Didn't he say that?
But did he just say that? There was a rumour about that, but didn't he just say that to get... I mean, because he doesn't want to go to thingy, United.
Yeah, I'm sure he said he doesn't like Manchester.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he did. Let me see what he said. He said, doesn't like the city.
Well, he doesn't have to live in the city, does he?
True.
I mean.
True. Darcy says apparently Barca are in trouble of not being able to register Kessie and Christensen. Small chance they could leave as free agents. I seen that, but I was questioning. We'll come to the poll in a second, guys, but it's still 50-50, so you keep voting. I was thinking, right, Lewandowski. Surely he's put like a clause in his deal to say, if you don't get me registered, then I'm off. Surely he hasn't just signed on oh, don't worry, Lever, of course we'll register you. Surely you're not trusting this football club. Surely you put... And I know they've paid 45 mil, but surely he's put some sort of clause in his contract to say, if you don't register me and I can't play football, then I'm leaving.
But then Barca will be like, what about this £40 million we just spent for you?
Well, that's their problem. They shouldn't have spent £40 million if they couldn't register players.
You'd have to basically go down the route of, like, if... You can't basically, as it stands, and it. Do you know what I mean? Basically, that £40 million you've paid for me. Do you know what I mean? There is. Do you know what I mean? That's basically your L. You have to be able to register.
Well, that's a contract between the club, Barcelona, and the club Bayern Munich. That's got nothing to do with Lewandowski. When Lewandowski is signing that contract for his own contract with Barcelona, I would have had it in there. The current state of that football club is, if you don't register me for this season or by this date, this contract is null and void. You know what I mean? I'm not part of your football club anymore. The agreement between Barcelona and Bayern, that's got nothing to do with me. That's separate. You have that agreement, but I'm getting off. Otherwise, Lewandowski could find himself at his age as well, which is not great for him because he's coming to the end of his career, not playing football for a season. It's a complete joke. It's a farce.
Yeah.
Surely he's protected himself.
Well, obviously, for the free agents, they can basically. There's a rumour that they can basically get off if they can't register him because they're not actually registered as players to Barcelona, so they're technically still free agents. So on that, by the way, I would probably I'd take Kessie. I like Kessie. I think he's a really good talent. I'd take Kessie if that was a thing. I don't see it being a thing. I think Barcelona will somehow get out of this. In 3 weeks' time, bro, somehow we'll get out of this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Keep your votes coming in, guys. We'll come to the poll in just a second. Laddie with a 5 says, Foden, the most aggressive passer after Kevin De Bruyne. With inverted left-backs and right-backs, he would have less defensive duties. If he plays left centre mid, he'll slip passes to Haaland all day. You know what, Laddie? I've got an interesting sort of top-up to that, you know what I'm saying? In that, one of the issues I think Pep Guardiola has with Phil Foden when he plays in the middle is, I don't think he's as secure on the ball in the middle of the pitch as a Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, or even a Jack Grealish. I think they're all better in terms of keeping the ball safe and not losing possession. And in fact, there was a game last season, I think it was like Chelsea or Arsenal or something, and he dropped into the hole and then got dispossessed, and then they come on and counter-attacked us. However, as your point suggests, if we do have that inverted left back and right back, and then you've effectively got 3 in the mid because you've got Rodri there as well, and you play Foden a little bit, and he does lose it, you've got that extra protection there. So I think that's a top comment, man, from Laddie there. I appreciate that comment, man. I think it's a good.
Well, the thing is that's an option. That's something that we are going to get into heavily next, like in a minute, once people decide on this poll. Because you know what I mean, that involves the next kind of players to look at. Professionally, the 10 says, on the real though, we should get a swap deal for De Jong or full on get Paqueta to replace Bernardo. Yeah, we've kind of come down to these two options in it that we've kind of. Looked at. And Darcy with a 5 says, seen some disgusting blasphemy on Twitter. Arsenal fan saying Partey's better than Rodri. Mate, Rodri's the best CDM in the world, so I don't know what you're talking about, innit?
Yeah, that ain't true, that Darcy, man.
Couldn't lace his boots. Not a chance.
They're trying.
The levels between them two is massive, bro. There's no way, bro. Ain't no way. Rodri's too clear. So, Paul.
It's close. What is it?
597 votes, 51%. Paqueta,
that is
49% De Jong swap deal. I'm gonna close it right in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Right. Sometimes like YouTube does a madness with these, by the way.
There we go.
There you go. Right. So yeah. So there's a % missing because it's weird. But yeah. So Paqueta won. So basically, Paqueta confirmed.
Yeah.
FDJ too expensive.
The question is that actually what you want, or would you rather, as sort of Laddie was sort of pointing out there, and other people have mentioned as well, or would you rather us not go for Paqueta, drop Foden in there, or Grealish, and get a winger. You know what I mean? Because you do have Foden there, you do have Grealish who can play in that position as well. Would you prefer an actual winger? So again, let us know in the chat what you're thinking. Are you wanting a winger? Are you wanting a midfielder? And if you do want a winger, who would you want? Why? And give us names that we can actually realistically get. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen Zohibu, I think, has been absolutely, trying to manifest it by himself. Rafael Leao.
Yeah.
But we won't be able to get him this year.
I've got a name. The chat's smashed it.
Leroy Sané.
Leroy Sané.
Well, Sané's going on the list, 100%. I'd get Sané back in a heartbeat.
If you basically said, right, Foden is now a midfielder, he'll never play left wing again, right? So now you've only got Grealish on that left-hand side, and then you've got Sané. You're effectively replacing Foden with the Sané, because Foden and Sané are kind of similar when they both played on that left-hand side. So if you get Sané back, I reckon he'd come back. I don't think he's enjoying his time at Bayern Munich. All the stuff that you're hearing, and you just don't see his flair anymore, and he just looks like, he doesn't look like he's enjoying his game, and there are rumours that apparently he wants to leave. I reckon you can get... I think you could get him out of Bayern for similar money that they paid. I think you'd have to pay a little bit more, but I don't think it'd be silly cash. I think you could get him out there for a reasonable price.
Making like 50, 60 mil.
Yeah, I think so. And then you've got Grealish and Sané as your left wingers, man.
Bro, Sané, Haaland... Someone just put Sané, Haaland, Mahrez. That'd be wild. You can even have Foden on that right-hand side.
Neil says Neymar time, bro.
Yeah, I put Neymar on the list already.
So we've got in the list at the
Sané, Neymar. But I'm going to put Leao in because, I feel like it's not fair to not put Leao in.
That's the one, though, where, like, you're going to have to pay big cash.
With Leao?
Yeah.
Big. We're going to put that in brackets, big cash. And then we need another...
Gnabry's signed a new deal, Jake.
Gnabry's new deal. People have said that Diaby guy. Heung-min Son, not realistic.
No, not realistic. João Felix, nah, because he's right-footed and nah, just not for me. I don't want João Felix, man. Not in this sort of situation.
Pedro Neto, he'd cost cash.
He's a good shout.
He's very, very good.
Good shout.
I'm going to put him in.
Yeah, because your Saka ain't going to happen.
Saka ain't going to happen.
Plus, he's a right-sided player. He don't play on the left.
Right, well, that we can only have 4.
Right,
oh, annoying is that you can only have 4 in a poll. That's mad, that, right? So I'm sending this. So, sorry if you're Jack Harrison, Derek Began, but sorry if you don't have your person in there.
Yeah. NBA Fan TV, get your votes in, chat. The poll's going in the stream now. NBA Fan TV, did my member? No, it's still there, bro. 22 months.
22 months.
GG's, thanks a lot for the support. And Brandon with the 2 says Sané this year and Kunku next year. Oh, Brandon, that's naughty, mate. That is hella naughty. And you know what as well? It wouldn't even cost that much, because I think, like I said, I think you could get Sané out for 60 mil. I think you might even be able to get him a little bit cheaper than that, but I think you'll be able to get it 60 mil. And Nkunku's got a 55 million euro release clause, which is about 46, 47 mil next year. So you could potentially get the pair for 100, which is kind of wild, really, man. Which is kind of wild.
Who did we have as the last one? Oh, it was Neto, wasn't it? The thing botted out.
Yeah, Neto. I mean, this is kind of FIFA, innit? But, it's just chatting about it, and it's good to get get people's opinions. While that's there, by the way, guys, if you've not done so already, go check out the One Football app. They sponsored today's stream. Sick app that you can download on your phone completely for free. If you hit the link in the description or the pinned comment or use the QR code, it takes you to download it. Download it, select whoever you support as your favourite team. I guess most of you are probably City fans, so just click City, and you get all the transfer news, transfer rumours, in-game stats, in-game commentary. You can vote on stuff before the game. You can vote on stuff in the game, like player of the match and all that kind of stuff. It's genuinely mint and it's free. And if you download it, you help support the channel. So we super appreciate everyone that downloads the app. Thank you very much.
Who did I see then? Prest says, I would put 100 quid of my own money towards Sané to get him back. Now, if everyone did that, you know what I mean? If everyone did that in this chat, what would we have? How much money would we have?
A lot of money.
You know what I mean? Would we have like 10 grand, 11 grand, something like that?
So, but people keep on saying Saka, but we're looking for a left-sided player. Saka plays right wing, so it ain't gonna be Saka. However, I've got to say, starting to lower my agenda on Saka. Actually, yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe he's better than I've given him credit for. I'll judge him a little bit more this season.
You're about Saka, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you up and down with Saka all the time. Sometimes you hate him, sometimes you like him.
Yeah, no, I do. I think it's because... I think the reason I have the agenda against him is nothing to do with his play. I think it's due to people overhyping him and people saying, "Oh, he's going to be the next best thing," and I'm looking at him thinking, "No, I don't think so. I've not seen anything that would tell me that. His stats don't tell me that. So I think people overhype him, and that's not good." However, when I disregard that now and I'm starting to, proper think about it and forget other people's opinions and hype levels, I'm starting to think that he might be all right.
Might be all right, this guy. Is that when you watch him? Like, oh, he might be all right, this guy.
So we'll see.
Will Cleverly Beats in the chat says, Zaha, I already have on the back of a City shirt, so it'll be perfect. I remember you saying this. He got Zaha on the back of one of his shirts.
You know what? That's not a bad shout, man.
Wilfried Zaha is just
That's not a bad shout, I bet a lot of people in the chat are like, no chance, no way, that's ridiculous. I don't think that's a bad shout. I really don't. Let me check his contract situation.
What was that absolute Donny from...
He's got 1 year left on his deal.
Has he? I go get Zaha, innit? Who was that Donny from QPR back in the day? A Delta Wrapped. Let's go get him. Do you remember him? He had left trigger pulled down permanently. Poll updates. Sane's won. Without a doubt. It's not close. Sane has smashed it out the park with 62%. Neymar 16%. Leao, big cash, 15%. Sorry, Zohib. And Neto with just a 7%. So, I mean, I'll end that because Sane has definitely won it.
Well, you know what the next poll is? Paqueta versus Sane. This is the one, ladies and gentlemen.
This is
Cheeky's watching this. Ferran's watching this. Pep Guardiola watching this thinking, what do we do? You now have your say. Do Manchester City sign Sane, which means that Foden will be playing in the midfield, or do they sign Paqueta, which means the left wingers are still Foden and Grealish? You can have your say, guys, is what it's all about. The chat, go for it.
Chat, mate, right? What you got to realise is, Cheeky's watching this right now. He's going to make a decision based on what you're putting in this thing, yeah. Everyone's going to put Sane in it because everyone will be like, bring Sane back. Wait, it's on Super Chats, bro. I don't remember. My brain's logged
to Darcy with a 5. Just imagine Gvardiol and Nkunku next summer. Yeah, I mean, we could be raiding the Bundesliga.
We could be raiding. It's both from Leipzig as well, aren't they?
We could just be dipping our... So we'll take EU and we'll take EU.
Just
you know what I'm yeah, that would be wild. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna try and like watch a lot of Gvardiol this year because people are saying he's meant to be like world class. Like
he's meant to be a Donny, innit?
People are saying he's mega. So I want to proper watch him this year and see what's going on. Lauren says Saka can play either wing and either wing back. Yeah, but he's majority right winger, bro. His game is cut inside. You know what I mean? That's his game. You know what I mean? So I don't think he'd be an option. However, at this moment in time, I still don't think he's signed a new deal. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, the last I heard. So, what could you get him for cheap? Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, and if he is going to be this sick guy that everyone's saying, you get him for 50, 60 million, then you know, in a couple of years, it'll be worth 100, 110. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
NBA Fan TV with a $20 donation. Yes, bro. Says, in my opinion, the British media, when the Bernardo posted that tweet about Mendy and got suspended, was also a major factor. Plus COVID/homesick. City players get more negative publicity than other clubs. Absolute rubbish. I just think he went through a whole load of shit.
He went through so much shit. Yeah, basically all collided at once.
It all collided at once, man.
When he remembers that period of time, bro, I bet he hates that period of his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate the dono there, bro. J-Rog with the 2 says, who could we sign at right back to be Walker's understudy? No idea, man. Literally not even thought about it.
When Walker comes to the end, we'll do a stream.
It might be Gomez could play right back as well.
It might be Cancelo just takes Walker's place.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or Reece James.
Yeah.
Manifest.
And Professional Idiot with the $10 donation says the Bundesliga is basically a farm for big teams. I don't get why people say, was it Rory Jennings or someone said Bundesliga players flop in England?
Yeah, it was Rory Jennings.
Well,
Do you know what he did?
He don't flop at our club, by the way.
He named all of Chelsea's Bundesliga players and failed to mention all the Bundesliga players that have come to City.
All of pretty much every single one has not flopped at City.
So you know what I mean?
Can someone name me some Bundesliga players at City have signed a flop? Because I can't really remember any, to be honest.
Jerome Boateng, did we get him from the Bundesliga? Because he'd probably be one.
But he didn't really flop. We played him out of position.
True that.
And then we sold him to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are not buying.
Didn't we sell him after a season as well?
Yeah, we sold him after a season because we played him in the wrong position, and then Bayern Munich came in for him. So you can't really call him a flop. And that was about fucking 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Bit weird.
De Bruyne flopped so hard. Yeah. But also, yeah, the Bundesliga is all. When you say it's a farm for big teams, it's also a farm for the big teams in the Bundesliga, i.e. Bayern. They just, do you know what I mean? You get any competition in the Bundesliga and Bayern go, right, we'll have them. Because they know they can just scoop them up. Sky's the limit member for 5 months says, yes lads, congrats on 60k Bray. Getting Sane back would be huge. He would sell more shirts than EH9. Oh, that's a big claim.
That's a big call.
I look forward to winning the Prem 3 times in a row. Bro, Sky's the limit moving mad right now. He's moving with big energy there. He's basically said, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to winning the Prem. Do you know what I mean? There's no question we're winning it. And also, Sane back sells more than Haaland. I'm not sure about that, but Sane back would be wild.
Yeah, Lewis said Saka has played more minutes on the left according to Transfermarkt, and his stats are better on the left. Ooh. That must have been early days, bro, because I promise you I ain't seen him play on that left-hand side for time. For time, I ain't seen. That must have been early when he broke through or something, like, I ain't seen that. But that is mad. Lauren says, LB, do me a favour, watch Saka's crosses from the left. His crossing, his levels is better than his shooting. Check it out, Beret. He's mint. I mean, yeah, you've just
got some homework to do, innit?
That's kind of mad how you just said that at the same time. But yeah, I will. I'll check it out. But like I say, every time I see him, he always plays right. But clearly, he must play on the left sometimes. Crazy.
Thanks, Chum.
Paul, it looks like we have a clear winner. We have a clear winner. People got that loving. For Mr. Leroy Sané, 63% of the vote, mate. People want Sané back, Foden in the midfield. That's kind of mad, you know what I mean? People love Sané. I mean, we love Sané, don't we? He was absolutely class. But will Pep Guardiola want him back? That's the question.
Do you know what this calls for?
What's it called for, Bray?
This calls for hashtag #CSign Sané. That's what this calls for. Bro, everyone, if you got Twitter in it, just tweet hashtag #CSign Sané and @Sané in it. Do you know what I mean? @Sané's girlfriend in it because she loves Manchester City. Do you know what I mean? Basically, we'll manifest this until the club shuts down again, like they did last time with Gnabry. yeah. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Everyone get on Twitter and hashtag #CSign Sané, guys. And that seems like a good place to end the stream. We are going to go across now and do a members-only stream for the UEFA Super Cup. So if you guys want to join us for the watch-along, we're starting in 3 minutes' time. All you have to do is become an Xtra Club member. If you want to do that, go to the description. There's a link there that says join the Xtra Club, or sometimes there's a button below my face that says join. Click that, get involved, help support the channel. You get a badge in the chat to show your loyalty, like all the guys that I'm seeing in the chat, like Haaland Season, Professional Idiot, Tesco, Mad Ape, Sky's the Limit, 13-year-old kid with tattoo, Jake Smith, and Lewis Gill is there as well, all helping support the channel. We'll be watching the UEFA Super Cup live in just a few moments time, so get involved. KDB says Saka takes too long on the ball. Maybe we'll do like a Saka talk one day.
We need to have like Saka watch.
Saka watch, yeah. But yeah, we'll leave it there, guys, because we need to go and get prepared. Just joining it, says Legan Cal. There you go. Just joining it. That's the sales pitch.
Yes. Just joining it. Muriel says end stream.
End stream.
Well, you know what that means.
That does mean we're going to end the stream. Muriel said it again.
Muriel's the boss.
Yeah, so Xtra Club members, we'll see you in a few moments. UEFA Super Cup live Xtra Club member stream. Let's get it.
Yes, in a bit.